In this video, we will calculate slope from a graph. This is your first introduction to calculating slope. So here we have our formula with a big, bold, red rectangle around it. It's m equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So you want to write that down and keep that because we'll be using that a lot. I do have a few steps for us to use that might help you out as we do these problems. Let's see if we can just jump down here and try one right away. I have a graph here with a line on it. What we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is locate the points that are on the graph. So we have our line here, and remember that when we're finding slope, we are finding the direction and the steepness of the line. So if you remember from the last video, when the line is going up, I can expect to have a positive slope. So I should expect at the end of this for my m value to be positive. It's also pretty steep, so I'm going to have a larger number. But you'll see as we do more of these, you'll be able to anticipate what the value might be. So let's see if we can first locate points on the graph. I put some dots on here so that we can locate these points. So I'm going to jot these points down that I've chosen. I chose the origin, 0, 0. And I chose this point here, which is 1, 3. Step 2 says label the points. This is very important. Let's do this in blue so we can see it. This can be my first point, and this can be my second point. It really doesn't matter which is which. You'll get the same answer either way. But I'm going to label this as x1, y1, x2, y2. Now that I have everything labeled, I can go ahead and substitute the values into my formula. So m equals, now I'm just going to plug all these numbers in. I have y1 comes first, which in my case is 0. It's minus y2, which in my case is 3. I go to my denominator for my x's. I have x1 minus x2, which in my case is 0 minus 1. And 4 says to simplify. So this is going to give me a negative 3 over a negative 1. The negatives cancel. I have 3 over 1, which we know is just 3. So the slope for this line is a positive 3. We scroll down, I have another example for us. Again, I'm going to go ahead and write down those points. I have 1, 3. And 5, 1. I'm going to plug those into my formula once again. Hopefully you've written it down. In my numerator, it's y1. Oh, wait, we want to label those. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now we want to go ahead and plug those in. So y1 minus y2 is going to be 3 minus 1. And x1 minus x2 is going to be 1 minus 5. I'm going to simplify that. It's going to give me 2 over negative 4. Because I have just one negative, the whole value of my fraction will be negative. And I can simplify 2 over 4 to be 1/2. So the value of this slope of this line would be negative 1/2. And we did say that when the line is going down, we're going to get a negative slope. And when the line is going up, we're going to get a positive slope. Now we don't just have to calculate the slope formula from a graph. If we're given 2 points, we can do it the same way. So if we're given 2 points, I can go ahead and label those x1, y1, and x2, y2. Now we'll go ahead and substitute those in for our formula. Remember our formula, we have it up here. M equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So I'll start with my y's. I'm going to have 1 minus 4. My x's, 3 minus negative 6. Forget those integer rules we worked on quite a while ago. Now I want to simplify. Up here, 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. And in my denominator, I have minus the negative, which is actually going to give me a positive. So the bottom number here in my denominator is 9. To simplify that, since only one of these values is negative, the entire fraction will be negative, and 3 over 9 will simplify to be 1/3. So if I were to plot these 2 points on a graph